Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $54 a year. So, on last Let's Play, we came back to Woodcrest. And funny enough, I had to restart because I completely spaced on the name of this place. And went to look for Ty because we have several gifts to give him, including me. But that was not so easy because we can't find him. He's not at his house, he's not at the bar, so now we're checking with Lukas. So reset my face. And begin. Before I knew it, I was passing through the thankfully non-glass doors of Lukas's office and making my way into the work area. As soon as I turned the final corner, Dom's eyes shot up, having spotted me within an instant. He gave a half-hearted smile before sliding his chair back and leaving a spot behind his desk, closing the distance to greet me. Hiya, didn't expect you to be here on your day off. Also, kinda thought you were dead until I got the message from you this morning. Oh, and Diego says he's gonna break your kneecaps. Yep, he told me. A bunch of times, actually. Don't think I've ever heard the word kneecaps so many times in one day. Sorry that I didn't get back to you. One thing led to another, and before you know it, I was sharing dinner with Axel and his family in Summersvale. What? How did that come to pass? Long story. I'd fill you in, but I'm a little pressed for time right now. The short version is, I know I fucked up with Ty, and I want to make things right. I went to Summersvale to get him something special for his birthday. Kinda got stranded there, and Axel found me purely by chance. Spent the night there, and rode the train back with him this morning. And now, I'm trying to track Ty down. Track Ty train down, Irish wristwatch. So I can give the gift to him. The problem is, he's unreachable and isn't at his bar or his house. Was kind of hoping Lukas might know. Right. I take it things went well with Spencer? It's a really complicated story. Can I come back to you when I have more time? Just tell me one thing. All the shady dealings, all the weird high-end contracts, all the covered tracks, should I still be worried? Is Lukas in over his head? Short answer, no. Spencer's nothing to be worried about. You have my word. Thanks. I believe you. It's actually a load off my mind. I had so much going on lately. It's kinda nice to be able to stop worrying about something for a change. So, Lukas, I should warn you, he's having something of a bad day. Let me guess. Rodent trouble? Isn't it always? Among other things though, Cutter is swiping a big contract Lukas thought we had in the bag. Some huge world-famous band was going to be playing a gig here. Lukas quoted them a sharp price for an all-inclusive service, and you know him, quality comes first. Apparently, Cutter undercut him by a double-digit percentage. Not only that, but there were concerns about our ability to staff it, with having so few permanent staff and relying on casual workers. Lukas got some bad news this morning. He's not happy. So, would double-digit percentage would include more than 10%. Shit, that's awful. And then Eric's giving him grief on top? Ooh. Surprised Eric hasn't wound up in an ambulance. Yeah, might still happen. My fingers are crossed at least. Well, hopefully I can catch Lukas's good side. I really need his help. Lukas's good side? Every side of Lukas is a good side. Believe me, I've checked. Dom shook his head, dismayed by the arrival of a professional nuisance and our favorite coworker. My expression couldn't be all that different, but Eric was entirely undetermined. My expression? Smiling his cheeky, buck-toothed grin as his whiskers twitched excitedly. Must be my lucky day. Wasn't expecting a second lot of eye candy turning up. I've barely seen ya. Don't know whether to be pleased or insulted. Oh, come now, Dom baby. You know, I'm not leaving you out. I've got a special place for you. In your heart? In my loins. God, give me strength. So, Adrian, too busy getting on heavy with that big tiger to pay your old pal a visit, eh? Eh? Don't worry, nobody can blame me for it. I gotta try me some tiger one of these days. Those stripes are enough to make me weak in the kneecaps. I swear, if I heard the word kneecaps one more time. Eric? Yes, my sweet fox? Make yourself useful. Adrian is looking for Lukas, and I know you've been keeping tabs on his whereabouts. What do you take me for? He's in the maintenance room, banging away at something, ooh. Now, I know what you're both thinking, but get in line. For the love of... Can you just take him? I bet I could. I mean, escort him to the maintenance room? Oh, Adrian, I'll be your escort any day. I don't get paid enough for this. It was clear that Dom's patience had run dry a long while ago, as he staggered back towards the desk in a miserable stupor. Sorry for the reading yawns. Also, it is late, but whatever. To be honest, I was glad that Ty had given me so many hours that I had barely worked for Lukas at all, or else I would have gone completely insane by now. Oh, because of Eric. Though, this also stressed the urgency of getting that job back. Working with Lukas was my only gig right now, and I didn't expect that Eric's presence was a significant justification for hazard pay. This way. Eric began to lead the way down the hallway before turning the corner into a corridor. I didn't think I'd ever gone down. Lukas's office was an old building that Lukas had renovated to facilitate his business. Yeah. The expectation was that other business would fill the gaps. I can read, I swear. For some reason, they never did, and so wandered too far from the well-lit and modernized section of the usually worked in, and that we usually worked in. I swear I can read. And the office turned to something of a labyrinth, the construction shifting from recently renovated to over a century old in a snap. Until now, I hadn't seen this firsthand, having not needed to venture so deep into the bowels of the building, but now that I had... Sorry for reading, guys. But now that I had, I was almost glad for Eric's company. If he hadn't been here, I'd probably gotten lost. Tom is such a cranky guy sometimes. It's okay. I know it's been a rough day. I'm happy to give him massage if he asked. Hey, what about you? Feeling stiff by chance? I can help you with that, you know. I've got magic fingers and a butthole. I retract my previous statement. Getting lost was preferable to this, and it took every last shred of willpower I had in me not to punt him straight out of one of the old dirty windows. You know, on days like today, when everyone's feeling down, I take my job real seriously. Nobody can stay grumpy forever when I'm on a mission to put a smile on their dial. You know, it doesn't sound like that's going particularly well for you so far. You mean Dom? He loves me, really. I kinda doubt that. Honest, mark my words, you'll see. Since when have you been into Dom anyway? I thought Lukas was your bread and butter. He is. I just got a lot of love for everybody. I'm generous like that. So, anyway, how's your sex life? That's none of your business. Oh, that good, huh? Enough to make a poor rat jealous. Gonna ask me about mine? I wasn't planning on it. Well, I'm gonna tell it anyways. Bah, you're no fun. So what's the occasion anyway? What do you need Lukas for? I'm trying to track down Ty. It's his birthday, and I want to give him his gift. Oh, a birthday gift. What's he getting? Laid tonight? Laid, right? Heh, he's definitely getting laid. No, Shh, it's okay. For what it's worth, I couldn't think of a better gift. Ty's one lucky guy, that's for sure. Anyway, here's the place. Our agonizingly journey together had met its end as he stood at the door labeled Bait Troop. Eric held his ear to the door, listening intently for several seconds. There was nothing but silence until a knowing look spread across Eric's face, accompanied by his usual cheeky grin. Still going strong by the sounds of it. I do love a man with stamina. Eric raised his knuckle and knocked on the maintenance room door in a bid to capture Luke's attention. What now? For the last damn time, I told you not today. When Luke's voice came back to us, it did so with an aggravated tone, and honestly, I couldn't blame him one bit, though I was admittedly curious as to what sort of request Lukas had declined. Aw, but you got such a cute visitor at the door, hot stuff. Get the hell out of here, Eric. Don't make me ask you again. Aw, you thought I was talking about me? So, you do think I'm cute, huh? The hell are you talking about? It's your lucky day. Here's a cute husky here that can't wait to see you. Husky? This better not be some prank of yours, Eric. I swear. I heard the sound of the tools being placed on the metal countertop, followed by the distinctive clip-clop of Lukas made when he walked on hard surfaces. Finally, the handle turned and the door swung open. Adrian, what are you... I didn't know you were coming. Heh, not to worry, hotshot. You'll always know when I'm coming. Lukas groaned in sheer agony as he pressed his finger and forethumb around the bridge of his nose, squeezing tightly for several moments. Was he trying to relieve a headache? The best solution seemed to be the many windows in this part of the building, combined with a rat, and a good, hefty kick. Get the hell out of here, Eric. Only because you asked so nicely. In an unexpected turn of events, Eric actually did as he was instructed, turning away and walking, nay, prancing, down the dimly lit hallway, back in the direction of a poor Dom, who would no doubt be thrilled to see his safe return. As Eric finally vanished from sight, Lucas's frown eased as he looked over to me. Sorry, I didn't know it was you. You'd have gotten a warmer welcome. Don't apologize. I understand completely. Actually, I have been fantasizing about kicking him out of one of these windows for the past few minutes. Wouldn't be the most unfortunate workplace accident. A tragedy for sure. I don't know how you'd cope without him for weeks, while his ruptured spleen and broken bones are mending. Oh, I'm sure we'd manage. Don't worry about that. You know, I was thinking of investing in some heavy-duty stage lights. The ones we have don't make enough of an impact. Maybe next time one will drop on his head instead, knock some sense into him, maybe even fix whatever the hell is wrong with him. That would be something, alright. An old bull can only dream. Now, I assume you aren't visiting just for the banner. Come, let's talk in my office. Lukas set off, beckoning me to follow him, as he led us back through the hallways in the direction of our destination. As we entered the common area and slipped into the office, I briefly caught a glimpse of Eric leaning on Dom's desk, his elbows on the table and his chin in his hands. He was grinning that awful cheeky grin of his as he leisurely wobbled from side to side. The expression on Dom's face couldn't be any more different. He quite literally looked as though he wanted to die. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Once inside, Lukas gestured towards the chair close to the door as he pulled the blinds and shut and flipped the lock so that we wouldn't be overheard. As I got comfortable, he circled the perimeter of the room to arrive at his large and distinctly comfortable-looking chair, seating himself and looking over at me expectantly. Now then, I wasn't expecting your visit, but your timing gives me several big clues on what this might be about. I'll save you the trouble of guessing. It's related to Ty's birthday. I thought so. That raises some other questions, though. Apollo and I have spoken at length. Apollo? How did you... Myself and a couple of friends have had an eye on him for a while, but ultimately, the only reason we managed to track him down was all because he wanted me to find him. Turns out, I'm sensitive to the pheromones too, and I managed to get pretty messed up for my proximity to Ty and my brief run-ins with Apollo. That's a bit of an error right there. So put it in paint. Boop. Apparently, Ty had suspected as much, and Apollo was watching carefully. He had to pay me a visit. He had me pay him a visit. He revealed everything, and plied me with the medicine for good measure. Then he sent me down to Summersville to fetch this. I lifted the brown paper bag into Luke's desk and peeled it down to reveal the logo. That's... Apollo actually found it? I tried to find a bottle for Ty myself for years back. Searched every nook and cranny. I was convinced there were no bottles left in the wild. Where did he possibly... I suppose he has ways. But wait, Apollo gave it to you? It had only recently turned up, apparently. Was waiting at a store in Summersville. He wanted me to fetch it and give it to Ty myself. Said it would be like a proper ending for a relationship and a blessing for ours. I understand. Well, make no mistake, giving this to him will be bittersweet. But you'll also be making Ty very happy. And I know he will understand Apollo's message. As for how he will respond to it all, that I can't say. Sorry. Anything Apollo gets involved in is well above my level of understanding. I make no effort to ask questions. It's a mistake I've made before. I understand. Either way, I intend to find out firsthand. But right now, that's the problem. That's why I'm here. I can't reach him. Seems like his phone is switched off. He's not at home, nor is he at the bar. Diego and Russell have no idea where he's gone. I'm really hoping you might know. If you're asking if he's told me his plans for today, sorry, he hasn't. With everything that's happened to him recently, I assumed he would enjoy a day back at home. But you say he isn't there. He often distracts himself with work, but he's not there either. There's no practice today. He said that he needed extra time to work on his new song. We're supposed to be playing at the concert in a few days. He's kind of lost his mojo or something. I've never seen him take this long. Shit. So, you have no idea either, huh? You're wrong. I know exactly where he is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that camping site. Eh? Think carefully. I'm pretty sure that you know the answer as well. It's his birthday. He's struggling to write a song and needs to be able to focus on that. He's upset with everything that's happened. Where would he go? I resented Lukas little for playing this game with me. If he knew where Ty was, why wouldn't he just tell me so and get this over with? I sat and played along regardless of my frustration and scoured my memory for conversations that might contain clues. A place that he might go when he feels sad. A place he might visit on his birthday. A place where he likes to write music. Exclamation mark. The forest. There's this place in the north of town, tucked deep within the forest, and nestled away in the hills, which has the most beautiful view of Woodcrest you will ever see. Is so Very quiet and peaceful there. The path that leads to it was near where we set off from earlier. Okay, I was wrong, but it was foresty. Good thing we didn't do two, because then main character would be traveling for like hours and hours and hours to be like, fuck, this is the wrong place. And I found myself at rock bottom, enjoying the silence in that spot overlooking Woodcrest one evening, and Lukas found me. He brought cake with him. I had not even realized it was my 17th birthday. I was glad that he found me when he did. The three of us spent much time there. I have so many fond memories. Wait, the three of us? Is it the other guy in the band? Lukas and I sat with her again in the beautiful spot overlooking the town. Oh, maybe it's his game. We spoke to her for hours and hours. I told her all about my aspirations, all the things I wanted to do. The overlook, north of town, that's where he is. Without a doubt. It's a peaceful place, quiet and serene. There's nothing to distract him from the sound of his guitar. It's a place with a lot of sentimental value for him, especially on his birthday. That is where you'll find him. Thanks, Lukas. I owe you one. That debt will be paid if you do right by Ty. That is all I ask. And it's no doubt what you're going to do anyway. You're right about that. I'm going to make this right, even if that means we stay apart. Even if you won't forgive me. At the very least, I'm going to make it right. You are important to him, Adrian, and Apollo believes in you. He took a big risk to make this happen, and I believe in you too. Good luck. Put that smile back on his face for me. I'm getting tired of all that moping. You know, Egg seems to think he's the king of cheering people up. Maybe... Give me a sec. It's backwards. I don't want to put the music in my head backwards. Sorry, I heard it like a click and I was like, the hell is that? I don't know. And he just set my face, check the time. Okay. Maybe I should send him in my stead? Good idea. There's a nice steep cliff up there. Just begging for an irritating rodent to throw off. God, he looks so happy there. Now that's a birthday present Ty would not forget for many years to come. Lukas and I continued our back and forth for some time, our shared distaste for a raunchy rat, evidently becoming something as that brought us close together. All good things must come to an end, however, and I was already on borrowed time. I said my farewells to Lukas and Dom with Eric, retrieving one little more than an obligatory nod before I finally left the office and set a course for the dense forest north of town, where I'd hoped to track down an overlook with the most beautiful view of Woodcrest I could ever see. And in that, that must have been from the game, because I'd heard, and in that overlook, I hoped to find Ty. I hope to give him his gift. I hope to apologize. I hope to be honest with him. And I hoped for his forgiveness, for his love. That all was not yet lost, and that maybe, just maybe, we could give our relationship one last try. I was determined, and at long last, it was time to make things right. It's definitely that thing where it's like, do we have enough time? Long before I laid my eyes upon my former companion, I knew I had found the right place. As I approached, I heard the soothing sounds of the acoustic guitar, accompanied by the velveteen timbre of Ty's wonderful voice as he sang a somber song. Arriving in the clearing's entrance, I saw the location Ty had once described firsthand. Despite needing to brave the force to reach it, this grassy knoll was incredibly open and exposed, with a solitary tree situated towards its center, being the sole source of shade. It was beneath the tree that Ty sat, strumming each chord with ease expected of a professional guitar player, and every note of his melancholy ring clearly throughout the gentle fall breeze. And I think with that picture there, that's a good time to call it. Because I know it's a complete scene change, but we should do it early. Because, we've got about 4.5 minutes, and this is going to be an entire scene in and of itself. And if it's anything like Sileo, it's going to be like 45 minutes of just this one scene. Because it do be like that. Sometimes. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like me YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of the epic, and please remember to pay new animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on the channel. But if you want people that make this game and get the newest version of it, you can go to Patreon. It's $5 a month, $54 a year. And until next time, let's play. Me, GamerWolfSix. I'm Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. So thanks and see ya.